The kids that I've gotten to know have been exceptional, and I don't think that's just because they're my children. I think they would have been exceptional without me, but it's been such an honor to know them and to see where they're going in the future.
I had been working at the Texas Exes for over 25 years in scholarships, so I knew their value. I knew how important they were. And as I was getting ready to retire, I thought, this is really something important that I want to do, to establish a scholarship in memory of my parents.
Texas Exes has made it clear from the beginning that their scholarship programs are about creating relationships amongst donors and recipients. And particularly with Mr. and Mrs. Moore, I feel so grateful to have had that relationship. The first year I was just like, yeah, they seem super nice, but as the years have gone by and, I've had that constant support, that constant friendship and kindness, it really has been true that they were one of the biggest blessings to come into my life at that point.
I never thought I was gonna be able to come to UT because of the financial situation that my family's in. When I found out that I received the scholarship, it genuinely was that last push for me to say, yes, this is a place I need to go. It's a sign that it was all meant to be. Because it's not just a scholarship, it's a fact that Marilyn came with that scholarship. She's just encouraged me and given me so much support financially and on a personal level that I couldn't have gotten anywhere else.
I come from a single parent household, just as Frank, and it was kind of rough growing up. My mom was the only person providing for my sister and I and my grandmother. And so I had to make some sacrifices in order to get here. But UT's always been my dream school. And this scholarship, I feel like this scholarship is different than the rest of the scholarships that I've received because I actually get to meet the person who's giving me the scholarship. And Marilyn, she's a character. And I remember the very first time meeting her, I was standing in the lobby of the Texas Exes Center, and this stranger just came up and hugged me. She's like, "Oh, you're Kimon." I was like, "Oh, who is this lady? I don't know who this is." And then she introduced herself to me, and then boom, magic. It was great.
When I was looking at schools, I really wanted to go to a school that had kind of the traditional college experience or was able to offer that to its students. Coming from Maryland, small state, and I'm a military brat, and I was born in Texas. So when I was looking at schools, my dad said, hey, you should really consider Texas. And I remember going on the website and seeing the beautiful picture of campus and just getting the vibe that something awesome was going on here.
My mother's been an inspiration to so many people, but no one more than myself. Because of what she's done for South Texas, because of what she's done for me, how it just seemed fitting to name this scholarship after her. Students that find it difficult to pay for college deserve the same opportunity as so many of us have had. My goal is to help those students be able to afford a quality education at UT Austin.
Texas Exes coming in was just such a blessing. I mean, I've received other scholarships in the past, but none of them have really had the personal touch that Texas Exes has put into it. And particularly, Mr. and Mrs. Moore have been some of the kindest people I've ever met. And I know that, even when I graduate, I'll be able to count on them to be a part of my life after that. I mean, we've already talked about them coming to my graduation. I feel like they're gonna be people at my wedding. So it's just, that's been such a nice thing and such a comfortable thing in a school that's so large to have people that you can put a name to a face. Even when I changed my mind on my major, there was no hesitation about, well, that's what you said you were gonna do. There's always just that constant, we believe in you, we want what's best for you, we wanna support you in any way that we can. And that has been one of the best things that came out of this whole situation.
I don't have a donor for my scholarship, but I do know where it's coming from, and I know the link that Texas Exes has with the University of Texas at Austin. They guaranteed me a scholarship that was renewable for all 4 years. Texas Exes has given me so much as an organization that I'm hoping to give that back in some way as a student here at the University of Texas.
Coming right out of school, obviously we didn't have the financial means to be a large contributor, but I think that one of the things that was been really fulfilling for us is just the intergenerational contact with both Texas Exes and campus.
For someone who has graduated from UT to kind of just to get a glimpse of what's still going on, reading scholarships is a great way to do that.
I'm a young professional and I don't yet have the financial means to finance a scholarship, but there's a lot I can do now. I can read scholarships, I can interview scholars, I can help recruit some of the best and brightest to Texas, and I would tell current scholars that 5 years from now, they'll be in my position, and I hope that then they'll be giving back in the ways that they can.
Well, I think you always hear about people who endow buildings and give millions of dollars, and I knew that I would never be able to do that. But I knew with a small scholarship and one student at a time, these students could go out and change the world. And like it says, what starts here changes the world, and that's what my scholars do.